Hello everybody, today back again with another video. Today's video guys is going to be about Novak Djokovic. I have had it, guys. I have had it with all the comments. And I want to make my voice heard now. To all the Djokovic fans who keep saying that Djokovic was so much worse at the Olympic Games than he was at French Open and Wimbledon. I don't know, guys, are you watching the same sport as I'm doing? Are you looking at the same sport as I'm doing? Do you think Djokovic was a total disaster at the Olympic Games? Do you honestly believe Djokovic was a total disaster at the Olympic Games? For God's sakes, when did you start watching tennis? I've had all these comments every single time Novak's losing. Novak was a disaster. Novak was weak. Novak faced two beast mode players in the semi-final and in the bronze medal match, which he has not done the entire year in 2021. All the credit to Novak Djokovic for all the majors he has won this year. 3 straight majors: Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon. All the credit, he deserves it. He has been the best player. And he has won 7 matches. At Australian Open, 7 matches. At French Open, 7 matches. At Wimbledon, 7 matches. But he has not faced one single player before this Olympic Games where one of those players has been showing a beast mode performance. When one of those players has shown a beast level performance. None. Djokovic was not so much worse in Wimbledon. Djokovic was not so much worse at French Open. Djokovic didn't face a beast level player like he did with Alexander Sasha Zverev in the semi-final. For God's sake, when did you start watching tennis? Zverev does 14 unforced errors and 44 winners. He does 30 more winners than unforced errors. Djokovic didn't do a bad match. Djokovic didn't defeat himself. Djokovic served weak from the middle of the second set when he lost 10 out of 11 games till the match was over. He served weak, but it was not like you gave the victory away to Zverev for free. Zverev took it to Djokovic, started hitting big bombs, serving big, hitting big with forehand backhand, returning good, challenging Novak Djokovic with firepower from the baseline, with clean hitting. How do you defeat Novak Djokovic? How do you defeat him? I'm going to tell you how you defeat Novak Djokovic. You go toe-to-toe with him from the baseline. You don't blink 1 second. You don't blink at all. Toe-to-toe. You go toe-to-toe. And you get him exhausted. If you don't go toe-to-toe, if you hit the ball over the net 5, 6, 7, and the 8th shot is an error, you will not take him down. He will feel comfortable. He will feel solid. He will feel, you know, this dude, he cannot hit the ball over 8 shots over the net. I will take him down every single time we have a long exchange. That's why Federer cannot handle Novak Djokovic. Federer's way of defeating Novak Djokovic is just all in, all in. Attack, attack, attack. Go to the net, slice, chip and charge, go for the trigger. He cannot stand. He cannot challenge Novak from the baseline. But if you challenge him from the baseline, if you give Novak your own medicine, and if you have the power as well to hit through him like Zverev has, of course, you will beat him. Zverev didn't handle Novak for the 1.5 sets in that semi-final from the baseline. Zverev was doing errors. He was not hitting through Novak Djokovic. But after he broke Novak's serve for the first time in the match, in the middle of the second set, Zverev, he was going for his shots and they were going in. Look, guys, when I say you hurt Novak Djokovic with power, I don't mean I can have power too. I can face Novak Djokovic and I can hit the ball as hard as I possibly can. But I need to find the court. I cannot hit the ball hard and finding the trees. That is not the way I will defeat Novak Djokovic. He will destroy me. 6-love, 6-love, 6-love. I don't have a chance defeating Novak Djokovic. But these players like Zverev, like Thiem, like Stan Wawrinka, they can beat him. And they will beat him. And they have beaten him with power. But power, the ball when it finds the court, not when it finds the stadium and when it finds you cannot shank the ball and beat Novak Djokovic. So, how do you defeat Novak Djokovic? Challenging from the baseline, giving him his own medicine. Don't showing great shot tolerance, showing great patience, and when you get the chance, when you see a ball, when it is hit, where the ball it is there to be hit, where the ball is there to put away, you do it. Like Zverev did. He was challenging Novak from baseline. He was not blinking at all. He was saying to Novak, oh, hit your backhand cross court, hit it backhand, hit your backhand cross court. I will do it the same. I will hit my backhand cross court as well. Hit your forehand cross court, hit your forehand cross court. I will hit forehand cross court as well. That's what Zverev did. He was not blinking at all. He was challenging Novak Djokovic. And take the heat in consideration as well. It was that hot out there at Tokyo. Novak was the player who was doing the errors, or Novak was the player who will eventually give Zverev a short ball, and Zverev, that firepower he possesses, he will just rip those balls backhand down the line, backhand cross court, forehand down the line, forehand cross court, and he did 44 winners, my friends. 44. You need to start to beat Djokovic. You need to start making him confused on the baseline, making him feel it. He needs to feel it down in his bones. You know what? This dude, he is not missing today. He is not blinking today. He is not going anywhere today. And that's how you beat him. When I say you beat him with power, I don't mean him beating him with power and hitting the trees. I don't mean beating him with power and hitting on the stands and taking the ball to the crowd. That's not what I mean. For God's sakes, I mean power where the power goes into the court, where the power finds the lines, where the power is with depth, like Zverev did it. 44 winners and only 14 unforced errors. 30 more winners than unforced errors. Djokovic didn't do a bad match. I believe he did 17 winners and 16 unforced errors. It was not a good. It was not a. It for sure was not. It was not a beast mode Djokovic we saw. It was not a great mode Djokovic we saw. But it was a decent, good Djokovic we saw. He was not serving superior, no he didn't, but Djokovic has not been serving superior, to be quite honest, since Australian Open. Was Djokovic serving superior at the French Open? No. Was Djokovic serving superior at Wimbledon? No. Djokovic did over 100 aces at Australian Open. He didn't do over 100 aces at French Open. He didn't do over 100 aces at Wimbledon. So, Djokovic, he was not so much worse at the Olympic Games than he was at Wimbledon and at the French Open. I swear that to you guys. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Go, for God's sakes, watch his matches at Wimbledon and French Open. Go watch the stats. Do you know how many winners he did against Fucsovics in that quarterfinal? I will tell you how many. 23. 23 winners. That's what he did. And 31 unforced errors. I'm sorry. 24 winners. 24 winners. 24 winners, I believe he did against Fucsovics, and 31 unforced errors. He did 7 more unforced errors than winners against Fucsovics. Fucsovics, what was the difference here? Fucsovics didn't do a PCB match. Fucsovics didn't do a Zverev match, because Fucsovics was as bad as Djokovic. He also did 31 winners, I'm sorry, 31 unforced errors and 24 winners. Fucsovics also did 7 more unforced errors than winners. So Fucsovics couldn't handle Novak's shot tolerance from the baseline. Fucsovics couldn't handle Novak's discipline from the baseline. You need to have tremendous good discipline to take Novak Djokovic down. It doesn't matter if it's 3 sets or 5 sets. And some of you thinks 3 sets or 5 sets makes a huge difference. For God's sakes, when did you start watching tennis? Did you start watching tennis yesterday or what? For God's sakes, yeah. If Djokovic plays a 5-set match, he has more time to solve the problem. Yeah, if he's down 2 sets to love down, like he was against Tsitsipas in that French Open final. Well, the only difference is mentally here, because if Djokovic, say Djokovic plays a 3-set match, if he loses the first set, he knows that the match will be over if he loses 1 set, if he loses the 2nd set as well. So it doesn't make that huge of a difference, to be quite honest. He will just go more for his shots. He will just fight even harder in the 2nd set, Because he knows that if I lose the second set as well, I will lose the match. Like he did against Nadal in that Rome final. He lost the first set, but he won the second set. That Rome final was even Steven, for God's sakes. Novak had chances in the third set. If Novak would have broken Nadal's serve in the third set in the Rome final, Novak would have won that final. Novak would have won the final, but the difference was Novak didn't take his chance in the third set against Nadal in that third set of Rome final. Nadal did, and Rafa won that third set. But the match was even, Steven. The match was very close. So this BS talk that Novak is, yeah, he is more vulnerable 3-set matches. I agree about that, but not so much worse than what you think. Not so much worse. The difference is only that the mentality changes. You know, if you lose the first set, you don't afford to lose the second set. But when Novak plays like Tsitsipas in French Open final, he lost the first set, yeah, but he knows he can afford to lose the second as well. If that Tsitsipas match would have been a Monte Carlo final or a Madrid final or a whatever 3-set match or final, he would not have lost that second set, Novak Djokovic. He would have taken that second set. He would not have been 2 sets to love down. For God's sakes, is this so hard to understand? Djokovic was not much worse at Wimbledon French Open. He was not. I swear that to you guys, he was not. Look at the now. Shapovalov did 40 winners in that semi-final match against Novak Djokovic at Wimbledon and 36 unforced errors. Shapovalov did 4 more wins than unforced errors. Only 4. Only 4! Not 10, not 15, not 35, only 4. The difference was Shapovalov didn't take his chances. Shapovalov had 11 breakpoint opportunities. He took only 1. Only 1. PCB had only 5 breakpoint opportunities against Novak Djokovic in that bronze medal match. Only 5, only 5, only 5. Not 10, not 11, not 11, not even 6 like Fusovic had in the quarterfinal. Not even 6. 5. He broke 2 times. He broke 2 times. Do you think that the margins are huge on this level? Tennis is a sport where the margins are laser slim. Laser slim. The player who wins the big points, the player who takes his break points opportunities, set points opportunities, match points opportunities, he will win the match. Do you think Djokovic was the better player than Roger Federer at 2019 Wimbledon final? For God's sakes, Roger won 13 more points than Novak Djokovic in that Wimbledon final 2019. We all know why Roger lost. We all know why Roger lost. I don't know. I don't need to do even a video about this topic. You should know this. You should bloody well know this. Djokovic was averaging 10 to 15 more winners than unforced errors at Wimbledon 1 month ago. 10 to 15 more winners than unforced errors. That's what he was averaging. Djokovic did 13 more winners than unforced errors in PCB. Djokovic did 34 winners and 21 unforced errors against PCB in that bronze medal match. Djokovic did 13 more winners than unforced errors. PCB outplayed him with 20 more winners than unforced errors. PCB did 43 winners and 44 winners, I believe. 43 winners PCB did and 23 unforced errors. PCB does 20 more winners than unforced errors. Better than Djokovic, who did 13 more winners than unforced errors. Djokovic won more points behind first serve, 78%. Djokovic won more points behind second serve, 57%. He won more points both behind first serve and points both behind second serve than PCB did. But PCB took his chances. PCB broke 2 out of 5 breakpoint opportunities he had. Djokovic had 6 breakpoint opportunities. He didn't convert in any of them. Are you not seeing what I'm telling to you guys? On this high level, on this super high level, do you think it is a big difference between the world number 1 and the world number 10 or 11 or 12 or 13? So do you think it was a big shock that Zverev took out Djokovic, the world number 5, defeated the world number 1? Do you think the margins are big? The margins are laser slim. Laser slim. The player will take his chances, will defeat you. It is not like the world number 1 will outplay you. Just give the credit where the credit is to be given. Djokovic was not worse at the Olympic Games than he was at Wimbledon and French Open. He was not. The only thing I can say was he was serving a little weaker. He was serving a little weaker at the Olympic Games. Nothing else. Djokovic was not blowing out the place out of the court at Wimbledon and French Open. He was not blowing them out of the court. He just didn't face a player who was in a beast mode level, a la BCB, and especially a la Alexander Zverev. So don't come in the comment section and say Djokovic was so much worse at Wimbledon and French Open. Because if you do that, you don't know a shit about tennis. A bloody shit! Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace!